Hey guys, this is Jeremiah with StoneBlueAirlines, and today I've got a cool product to check out. If you fly a quad, a tri, a hex, an octocopter, you're definitely going to want to check these out, especially if you're doing some filming. We've all got the issue of Jello, and this product is called No Mo Jello. It's on RC Groups. You can check it out there, or nomojello.com. Nice guy named Ray was in contact with him and saw the product on eBay and just inquired about it, and then found it through RC Groups, checked it out, and he was kind enough to send me kind of a whole gamut of stuff to test out and share with you guys. I just finished wiring up a couple different variations. This one specifically sized for GoPro. And then he's got some different variations on sizing and stuff that will work with a mix of different copters. And they've got, they come with all the hardware you need. The 2 plates, they are 3D printed. This is a nice big one. Actually, the camera I'm filming with right now probably could easily be held by it. And then this one is set up with the 3D printed GoPro mounts. And so I just threw both of those on. I'm really not sure how I'm going to attach these quite yet because I haven't got that far. Just figured out the wiring diagram. And then here's an open unit, a real long version, and basically you're just going to snake everything through. On the RC Groups and on his website, he's got a nice little kind of picture diagram. Only the last couple steps to me are a little bit vague. It's just hard to tell, but once you kind of wire one up, you kind of pull through and check it out, see how it looks, and then I made a couple adjustments. And then the other thing is, I ended up finding is once you get part of it sandwiched over, I found, to me, let's see here, stay right here, is you can go in through a hole and you can go under, then back out in here, under on the inside, over, under, over, and that works really well to kind of keep things from moving around because it kind of binds on the back side. So Ray, feel free to leave a comment here. Let me know if you have any other suggestions on that, but some of these with some of the different irregular holes that are slightly different from the diagram, just found that that worked pretty well to kind of keep things from moving around. And there's a small collet that fits on the end of this wire. It's basically like derailleur cable wire. So if you cycle or you have a nice bicycle shop in town, you can always grab more of this and change size or gauge if you needed to. Excited to test this stuff out. So this is the first phase, just getting everything built up, and then I'll work to get it attached to my tricopter or my quad, and then we'll do some test footage. So let's move on to step 2. All right, let me show you where we're at in the build process. I went ahead and put my favorite Velcro on the back side on these because I'm going to use them for different applications, and I'll figure out if I need to do something different with them. I also mounted bolts in them so I can install, it should be a 1/4-20 thread. Video production work, tripods and stuff use typically the same thread pattern. So I went ahead and bought a tripod mount adapter for my GoPro Hero 3. And that way I can just thread it on and I'm not using a clip adapter. I also have this particular setup as well, where I've got Velcro on one side, a clip adapter, and then the standard GoPro clip adapter as well on the top side. So the No Mo Jello is already pre-fitted so that these both click in together. So technically you could mount this a different way if you needed to, but I really like Velcro, and for some of the little tests that I've been doing, I'm not going that far, and I just wanted to make sure everything worked properly before I solidified my installation. All right, let me show you what I've got on the quad because it's slightly different. Now, this is not my quad, but this is a great way to, if you're working on a quad and you have your KK board mounted on the top, which I do, you just flip it over and I drop it in the bowl just like that. And then my camera, the way I have my quad mounted, and I guess it really depends on if yours is different, may or may not work. So in this other installation piece that I've got, this one is a little bit smaller, my 1/4-20 thread on top. GoPro will spin right down on top. This again is upside down, so I'll thread it upside down and then flip the quad over, and then the idea, sorry about that, at the tone the time is okay. So then this is going to hang off the front. My FPV camera is right above it, and then what my plan is to put the battery a little bit farther back and see how that works. So let me go ahead and just install that, and I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so the idea is the GoPro hangs right below. It is going to be off-centered, so I've got a big 3 and 4,000 milliamp battery. And I'm just gonna slide that back and then see if I can get the CG balanced nicely on it. The only problem I ran into, which seems to be the case when mounting this stuff below, which is ideal to get out of the prop view, is now when I set it down, well, that's not so cool. So now it uses the GoPro to rest on. So I'm back to either extending the legs, buying some kind of a landing gear, or doing something different. Probably for these tests, I'm gonna go ahead and just maybe drop it in a bucket just for the time being and fly from there, or maybe hand launch it after I do initial test. Make sure everything is stabilized, working properly, and then go ahead and fly it from there. So next step, I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the air. And last thing, let me show you my T-Copter, because that's got a little different setup as well. Okay, so here's an alternate option on the T-Copter. The mount that already had the GoPro set up basically just Velcroed it to the front. Yeah, I know, don't comment. Surprisingly, Velcro is incredibly strong and is more than capable of handling this stuff at, you know, typical flight speed. If you're not flipping it and rolling it, which I don't plan to because I want to actually film some footage with this. Very smooth stuff, so that's the idea. And then the GoPro would just get mounted basically somewhere in there. I could take FPV out from the GoPro. I'm waiting on another case, so may have that as an option. So that's one setup. The other option, so the second idea would be to mount it from the bottom. Again, this would need to go in some kind of a bucket, or somebody hand launch it for me, or I hand launch it myself once the GoPro is mounted and it's tested. I don't have a lot of clearance with my wiffle ball landing gear. Makes it nice and light, and then this would be on the bottom. So again, I know this stuff is all Velcroed on. Again, it's just for testing, and as I kind of figure it out, and after this review, I'll figure out some different ways to mount it. But this particular plate doesn't have any mounting hardware other than the one center plate. Now you do have all these slots that you can run stuff through, so I just have to figure out what the best option for that is. But that's the general setup on the quad and T-Copter, and now it's time to get it in the air. So let's see what the footage looks like. So there you have it, the No Mo Jello review. A pretty cool product, and definitely something I think for the price worth checking out. Nothing like buying from another hobbyist and enthusiast that's making a cool product and something that definitely works. So of course we've got some oscillation just in the quad and in the tri side to side, but that's nothing this is going to fix. That's really in the quad. But as you see, there's no jello in the picture, and if you're looking to kind of take your filming, aerial filming to a different level, definitely check out the No Mo Jello. And guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next review.